Good morning. Here's the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos Citizens Mediation Center becomes full-fledged agency. Nigeria intensifies fight to end tuberculosis by 2030. On the foreign scene, South Korea's Constitutional Court dismisses impeachment of Prime Minister Han Duck-soo. And in sport, Italian club Juventus parts ways with head coach Thiago Motta. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State Citizens Mediation Center, CMC, has been upgraded from a directorate to a full-fledged agency. The directorate has been renamed Citizens Mediation Bureau, CMB, and will now be headed by a permanent secretary. Lagos State Head of Service Olabode Aguru said this transformation reflects the government's dedication to strengthening access to justice and alternative dispute resolution mechanisms in the state. Following the development, a newly appointed permanent secretary, Aderisola Olariwaju, has been deployed as the pioneer permanent secretary of the Citizens Mediation Bureau. Olariwaju is a distinguished legal practitioner with more than 30 years of experience in legal practice, who has over the years deepened her expertise in various areas of legal practice, including alternative dispute resolution, advanced arbitration and mediation, land use charge dispute adjudication, and effective leadership skills. The transition of CMC to the Citizens Mediation Bureau marks a major milestone in Lagos State's commitment to providing accessible and efficient dispute resolution services for residents. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Tolani Ali Balogun, has expressed dissatisfaction with the performance of students in the West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination, WASSCE, and other external examinations. The Commissioner expressed the concern at strategic meetings held across the 6 education districts, noting that despite the significant investment by the Lagos State government in education, students' performance in external examinations has not reflected this investment. He tasked principals in Lagos State to devise strategies for improvement, seeking innovative solutions to address the declining performance, saying he expects students' performance to improve, not decline, given the substantial resources allocated to education. Ali Balogun, while taking swift action to address students' declining performance, calls for the exclusive promotion of high-achieving students to the terminal class. This measure, he said, aims to end the practice of mass promoting students, which has not yielded positive results. The Commissioner emphasized the need for swift action to revive various school activities that tap into students' natural learning abilities and stimulate their physical and mental well-being. Kogi State government has assured retirees that pension and gratuity payments are now processed transparently, eliminating the need for personal connections or lobbying before they get their entitlement. Director General of the Kogi State Pension Commission, Mariam Abedu, who stated this, explained that the government has introduced a technology-driven payment system that ensures fairness and efficiency. Abedu said the Commission has significantly cleared pension arrears as the state has consistently made funds available to meet the obligations of retirees. She emphasized that transparency and accountability have improved the Commission's operations, making the payment process smoother and more reliable. Abedu also warned retirees against falling victim to individuals who claim they can influence payments of benefits, stressing that all entitlements are processed strictly on merit. She commended Governor Usman Ododo for prioritizing the welfare of pensioners and reassured retirees that payments would continue as funds are available to the Commission to pay benefits to retirees in the state. Now to the rest of the stories. As the world observes World Tuberculosis Day, the federal government is focusing its attention on the progress made and the challenges that persist in the fight against the deadly disease. Manager Monitoring and Evaluation of the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Control Program, Obioma Chijioke Akaniro, said Nigeria has transitioned from traditional microscopy to more advanced molecular techniques for faster and more accurate diagnosis. Chijioke Akaniro said several innovative strategies have been adopted to boost TB detection, such as the house-to-house campaign, less invasive testing for children, and use of AI for screening and diagnosis. According to the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Control Program, Nigeria is among the top 10 countries with the highest TB burden worldwide, with the worst hit states including Lagos, Kano, and Rivers, where infection rates continue to rise. World Tuberculosis Day is a global event aimed at raising awareness about TB and efforts to eliminate the disease by 2030. The 2025 theme, Yes, We Can End TB, Commit, Invest, Deliver, emphasizes the need for strong government action, increased investment, and community participation. The Oyo State Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency has promised to continue to collaborate with relevant partners to increase access to potable water for citizens. Chairman of the agency, Babalola Afobaje, made this statement in Ibadan, the state capital, during a release marking this year's World Water Day. Afobaje also acknowledged the indispensable role of water in public health, environmental sustainability, and economic development, noting that since assuming office in 2019, Governor Seyi Makinde's administration had made significant investments in water infrastructure and resource management to address these issues. Reflecting on this year's theme, glacier preservation, Afobaje underscored the urgent need for glacier protection, citing their crucial role in regulating the global water cycle, supporting biodiversity, and sustaining human livelihoods. World Water Day emphasizes the importance of achieving Sustainable Development Goal 6, ensuring water and sanitation for all by 2030. Now to foreign news. South Korea's Constitutional Court has dismissed the impeachment of Prime Minister Han Duck-soo, reinstating him as the country's acting president. Han took over as acting leader last December when President Yoon Suk-yeol was suspended from duties and impeached by Parliament after he attempted to declare martial law. Han also lasted 2 weeks in power before lawmakers voted to impeach him as well. Since then, South Korea has been led by Deputy Prime Minister Choi Sang-mok. South Korea has been embroiled by political chaos since Yoon's botched attempt to impose martial law. The country remains on tenterhooks for another upcoming decision by the same court on the impeachment of President Yoon. Yoon's court date has not yet been set for the verdict, but in recent weeks, Seoul has seen swelling protests from Yoon's supporters and opponents, with hundreds of thousands taking to the streets of the nation's capital last weekend. Now, sport. Juventus FC have officially parted ways with Thiago Motta, relieving him of his duties as the men's first team coach. In a statement released on the club website, the club expressed gratitude to Motta and his staff for their commitment and professionalism during their tenure. The club also confirmed that Igor Tudor has been appointed as the new head coach and will take charge of his first training session on Monday, 24th of March. Juventus suffered significant losses, notably a 4-0 home defeat to Atalanta, jeopardizing their qualification for the next season's UEFA Champions League. Reports say Tudor, who previously served as an assistant coach at Juventus and has managerial experience with teams like Marseille and Lazio, returns to Turin with the immediate objective of stabilizing the team's performance. And that ends the news at 10. Just before we go, stay alive, make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered over 1,000 residents at the third phase of the Mega Empowerment Program? Can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Citizens Mediation Center, CMC, has been upgraded from a directorate to a full-fledged agency. As the world observes World Tuberculosis Day, the federal government is focusing its attention on the progress made and the challenges that persist in the fight against the deadly disease. Also told you that South Korea's Constitutional Court has dismissed the impeachment of Prime Minister Han Duck-soo, reinstating him as the country's acting president. And in sport, Juventus FC have officially parted ways with Thiago Motta, relieving him of his duties as the men's first team coach. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.